Hey everyone, how's it going? Cloud here, and welcome to my guide on a Lost City quest. Now, for this quest you're going to need the following requirements. So you must have level 31 crafting and level 36 woodcutting, and the ability to kill a level 63 tree spirit with almost no armor and weapons, which I'll speak about in a few moments. So that's it for the requirements. Now on to the items. So there's no actual quest items you're going to need for this one. The only items you're going to need are for the actual battle itself. Now I mentioned a moment ago that you've got to fight the tree spirit with almost no armor and weapons, and that's because you're going to be going onto the holy island of Intrana, who allow no armor or weapons to go over to the island. However, we can take magic runes with us, which I do recommend for this quest, as the tree spirit we're going to be fighting is weak against fire spells. So what you need to do is bring items with you to be able to make a wand while you're over there. Now for myself, I'm bringing a couple of pieces of spider silk and a piece of thread, and then when you get up to the certain point in the quest, you are then able to construct a magic weapon and use that for the fight. So to be honest, all I would recommend you do is either bring a couple of pieces of spider silk and thread, unless you have the level to make and wield a higher version of the wand. Obviously you can't bring any armor with you at all, but you're not really going to need the armor against this boss as long as you're using magic against them. And the only other thing you really need to bring with you is food for the fight. So like I said, just have a quick overview of my inventory, and that is literally all you need to take with you. So that is it for the requirements and items. Now on to the quest starting point. So we're currently at the Dramen village Lodestone, which we access via the Lodestone network. Now if you don't have this one unlocked and wish to unlock the other ones as well, I do have a guide which can be found in the description below, and it's well worth having full access to the Lodestone network just to speed up the completion of quests. But from here, the quest starting point is in the Lumbridge Swamp, and what we need to do is find a group of adventurers together who are a warrior, an archer, a wizard and a monk, and they're all sitting around a campfire, which you can find south of the crater where Zamorak and Saradomin fall. So if you just watch where I'm going, I'll show you where the quest start point is. So once you arrive, you want to talk to the warrior and ask him what he is doing. When he refuses to tell you, talk to him in a way that sounds like you are challenging his authority, and he'll eventually tell you what his problem is. Basically, they are trying to find the lost city of Zenaris, and after speaking to the warrior a few times, he will let slip that you need to find a leprechaun in order to gain access to Zenaris. So before you do this next step, just make sure that the warrior has actually said to you about finding a leprechaun to find Zenaris, otherwise this next part won't work for you. So if that's the case, you just need to go through the dialogue options again and convince him to tell you about it. Now what we need to do is look for a swamp tree to the west of the camp, and it's located directly west of you. But what we need to do is, it's a specific tree. Now normally if you hover your cursor over a swamp tree, it will give you the option to chop down the swamp tree. However, the one we're looking for will just say chop swamp tree instead, so it's missing the down part in the overhead one, and that is the tree we're looking for. So once you find the tree that just says chop swamp tree, when you hover your cursor over it, click it, and a leprechaun named Seamus jumps out, and you want to ask Seamus how to get to Zenaris, and he'll tell you that you need a Dramen staff. To get this, you need to chop down a tree inside of the Intrana dungeon, and at the end of the conversation he'll offer to teleport you to the Port Sarim docks. So it's a good idea that you brought all the items with you. If not, you're going to want to go and get them before doing this next bit. So once you're ready, we need to go to the Port Sarim docks, and we need to talk to the monks on the dock who are on the northern part of it, and you want to travel to Intrana. Don't make your items just yet, as you'll be caught and be sent back to Port Sarim, so I will tell you when it's safe to make the wand for the battle. When you get off the boat at Intrana, you want to run to the east and then north past the temple, and then once you've crossed the bridge you want to start heading west, and you'll find a monk next to a cave entrance. Once you're ready, talk to the monk and enter the dungeon. Once you enter the dungeon, you'll notice your prayer is reduced slightly, but now it is safe to make your equipment without being spotted. So as you see me doing now, if you've brought the materials to make the wands with you, you want to construct it now and equip it, and then you want to have your best fire spell set as auto cast, as you're going to be using this in the battle. So travel through the cave until you see some greater demons and a small cave to the south. Run past the demons into this cave and you'll see the Dramen tree. As soon as you go to cut the Dramen tree, the tree spirit will appear, and you need to kill the tree spirit before you can get the branch from the Dramen tree. Now there are a few safe spots during this battle, so literally if you can get stuck behind one of these safe spots, you can then just safely keep casting your fire spells on the tree spirit until it's defeated. I think the easiest safe spot to get to, there's a group of like 3 mushrooms just nearby to the tree. You'll see where I'm standing now, and if you get the tree spirit sort of stuck in between them, then you're safely able just to keep casting fire spells on the tree spirit until it's defeated. So once you've defeated the tree spirit, you can now try to cut the tree again, and this time you'll get a Dramen branch. Cut several if you would like to make a few Dramen staffs, because that way if you ever lose the Dramen staff you don't have to worry about coming back to get another one. However, you can come back in the future, so it's not a big deal, but I'd recommend just doing a couple anyway. Once you have a Dramen branch or Dramen branches in your inventory, you want to use a knife on them from your tool belt, and you'll make them into Dramen staffs. This is what you need your level 31 crafting for. So to get out of here, you'll notice there's a magical door which is just east of the greater demons. If you open that, you'll be teleported towards Dramen village. And now we want to head to where the lost city of Zanaris is hidden. So once you're back in Dramen village, you want to head directly southeast until you arrive at the campsite again, and then you want to wield your Dramen staff, and you'll notice there's a small hut or shed in the swamp east of the dungeon entrance. Make sure you've got the Dramen staff equipped, otherwise nothing will happen, and as you go to enter the small hut, you'll be teleported into the lost city of Zanaris, and as soon as you arrive it will come up with congratulations, you've completed the lost city quest. You're awarded 3 quest points, access to Zanaris, the ability to wield dragon longswords and dragon daggers, the ability to make cosmic runes with the rune crafting skill, ability to use Cheldar as a slaying master which requires level 75 combat, 2 treasure hunter keys and 2 hearts of ice. So overall, pretty easy quest. They obviously tried to make it difficult by not allowing you to take weapons or armour over to Intrana. However, with the little trick of bringing runes with you and the materials to make a wand, you'll make absolutely easy work of the tree spirit, especially being able to use the safe spot option and using fire spells, which are its weakness. The quest obviously allowed you to now use dragon longswords and dragon daggers, which you would not have been able to wield before, even if you had the level to do so. And also, now we have the access to the city of Zanaris. That now opens up the fairy quest series, which can give you quite a few good rewards as well. So once you have the levels required, you'll now be able to start Fairy Tale Part 1, and it's got a few sequel quests as well. But overall, I don't think you'll run into any problems following my guide. However, if you do get stuck at all, leave a comment in the comment section below and I'll help you out as best I can. If not, thank you for watching. Please make sure you like, favourite, comment, subscribe, and don't forget to share with your friends. Cheers guys, bye bye.